My name is Duddy, set up builds and stuff. Just look at the state of this burst damage. Tell me, have you ever seen anything like this? Just look at the state of that. Absolutely insane. 200, 300k bursts with a sword. Watch what happens to this poor overload. He gets absolutely demolished. Bosh, look at the state of that. We're doing this with a combo from the exotic class item, Relativism, Spirit of the Foetracer to get a 25% damage increase, but it's a little bit more than that when we've finished, and then we're going to be running Spirit of the Gyrfalcon so we can come out of Invisibility with volatile rounds. Spirit of the Foetracer is where we start. It says damaging a powerful combatant or a guardian with an ability grants you a temporary damage bonus for weapons that match that ability. Important notice, Foetracer does not stack with weapon surges, it just gives you a flat 25% damage increase, which I personally like because I don't have to run weapon surges. I can run mods like holsters or even like ammo scavengers, things like that. But just look at that damage, 20k per slice, 20k with a standard Heartshadow hit, and all I'm going to do is hit him with an ability, and you're going to see that weapon boost times 4, and it's going to go up to 29k. Now that is a 43% damage increase. I said 25, but why is it 43? Well, I'm going to explain. I'm hitting him with either a snare bomb, which weakens intrinsically 15%, or I'm also going to hit him with a magnetic grenade, which will proc my Foetracer. Both these abilities apply weakening. Facet of Dominance makes your magnetic grenade do a weakening 15%. So once again, I just want to show you 20k per swipe, and I'm going to hit him with either my smoke bomb or your magnetic grenade. As long as you run Facet of Dominance, that will apply weakening, so you're getting more than the 25% just straight off the bat. It's actually 43%, which is a mixture of the weakening, the Foetracer and the Heartshadow sword. This heavy attack made with full sword energy turn you invisible and fire exploding projectiles. It's got this perk on here, Shot in the Dark. Now this is a little complicated to show you, but what actually happens when you remain invisible, it grants this weapon increased damage for a brief duration. Hitting a target with this weapon's projectiles while Shot in the Dark is active weakens them. But the other thing to take note with Shot in the Dark, it gives you a 25% damage increase. So that's why we're getting the 43%. So you get a 25% damage increase from Shot in the Dark for about 2 to 3 seconds. And all these things combining really make a huge difference. It also got the catalyst. While you're invisible, it makes you move a bit quicker. So that is again why we get the 43%. You're basically getting the 25% from the Foetracer, the extra damage from the weakening, and the 25% from the Heartshadow. 10% more than the weakening effects, so that's why you're getting these big damage numbers. And look at this burst damage, 40k bursts. And now what you're going to see is I'm just stacking the Foetracer, the weakening and the Heartshadow all together, and you're going to see some absolutely massive burst damage from this Heartshadow sword. 40 to 52k bursts, absolutely massive. But we can get even further than that with expanding Abyss. Void sources deal increased damage to weakened targets. There's another 10%. You weaken things with your abilities or the Heartshadow as well. Argent Blade, while you have an armor charge, dealing damage with a sword consumes an armor charge and empowers your sword. Now, if anybody knows in the comments exactly what this does, I've tried to test this, and I think it's between 15 and 20% extra damage for your sword, which consumes your armor charge. These all stack with the Foetracer and the Heartshadow and the weakening, and you're going to get some absolutely cracked damage. Just watch these best damage numbers up to now. 37k's, 40k's, all the way up to 50k. And now what you're going to see is everything working together in this next little clip. Hit him with the Foetracer, the smoke bomb to proc that Foetracer perk, and watch the damage numbers go up even more. 50k bursts all the way up to 62,000k. 62,000 bursts, absolutely huge. Well over 300k burst, really strong. And once you've got all these working together, the results, well, they are absolutely disgusting. Just watch this next few clips. This is a expert lost sector. I've also got some clips of it working in a master lost sector. Get your invisibility going, hit him with avoidability, and it's absolutely crazy. It just destroys these lost sector enemies and lost sector bosses. Now this is the next level up. This is the master, the expert version. I believe this is like 2020 or 2030 power level, and it's just absolutely gross. It just absolutely destroys this poor Vex boss. The numbers obviously go down and go up, it depends on what level I'm running, but it just absolutely rinses him. Really, really good. And then just watch this overload. Just watch what happens to this guy. He just gets deleted, like completely deleted. He doesn't even have a chance to stun him, I don't think. It just wrecks him. Really, really strong. And that is a mixture again of the Foetracer, the Heartshadow, Shot in the Dark perk, all the Expanding Abyss, the Argent Sword mod, all working together. Absolutely gross. Spirit of the Gyrfalcon, which we'll concentrate on next. Your void weapons gain volatile rounds after you emerge from being invisible. Stylish Executioner is absolutely perfectly with this because defeating a target with any elemental debuff grants invisibility, so you're going to be popping in and out of invisibility with your Heartshadow, giving them volatile rounds. The other aspect I like to run is Gunpowder Gamble, because this scorches and this will also work with a Stylish Executioner, plus it's just extra damage, so you can be coming in and out of invisibility whenever you feel fit, like so. Just pop your invisibility like so. Absolutely crazy. And then you're going to get volatile rounds on your sword, which is even more damage. Just being able to come out in and out of invisibility is excellent survivability. Some seasonal artifact perk mods, Void Hegemony, while you have a Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weaker targets will give you an overshield, and then Blade Stamina, rapidly defeating combatants with a sword refunds some ammo. I think it gives you between 2 and 5 ammo. It's pretty inconsistent. I was getting 3s, I was getting 2s, I was getting 5s, but it's worth running, especially with it being a heavy ammo sword, and that Void Hegemony, just getting that Void overshield, and again that Stylish Executioner, you're applying volatile, and you can see yourself there, you just pop in and out of visibility whenever you want. The survivability on this build is pretty good. What I would say to do is play very, very aggressive. It's not a sit back build, you want to be getting in there. And the other thing to mention with a tether as well, when you hit with the Foetracer perk, Foetracer and a tether is, the tether is 30% and plus the Foetracer is another 25%, so tether's absolutely insane with this setup as well. We'll buff the build out with these aspects I like to run. Facet of Dominance, your Void Grenades weaken targets, which we've touched on briefly, 15% debuff. I also like to run Facet of Balance, rapidly defeating targets with light damage, grants melee energy. You're going to get loads of melee energy because your light damage is sufficient on this build. Facet of Protection, while surrounded by combatants you are more resistant to incoming damage, while Transcendent the effect is increased. Facet of Purpose, picking up an Orb of Power, is going to give us a Void Overshield as well, so this just helps the cause of the survivability. And then Facet of Defiance, finishers create a detonation that jolts, slow, severs or volatile. Reaper, Firepower and Harmonic Siphon are just mods I really like to run, just to create them orbs of power to stack. I also like to run the leg mod stacks on stacks to get plenty of armor charges with all these going on. That is going to consistently feed your Argent Blade, so it's just a nice little mixture. I'm going to leave the build card playing out. This is courtesy of my friend over on Twitter, Mr. Slayer God, YouTube Dino. Really good build card and infographics there, so you can also just view it like that. And what I will also do on top of that is I'll leave a dim link in the video description. I hope you found this video build helpful. Let me know what you think. It's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely huge void burst damage. Foetracer Gyrfalcons. Have a great day.